Hey all, I just wanted to jump on real quick and do a short video of a book I've been reading. So I've been slogging through a lot of really dry stuff for school. And so this was like a book I selected as a fun read, which I have other books that I'm reading for fun too. This is kind of like fun slash educational. So it is a little handbook for preachers by Mary S. Holst. It came highly recommended. I especially love that it's by a woman author. I know and I support women as theologians, as scholars, as preachers, pastors, and I love when I get to hear their voices. Oftentimes in school, I only hear from men's perspectives only. And so it was a nice change. That's kind of another subject for another day. But as a young adult, I really wanted to learn how to preach. I actually asked to learn how to preach, and that was an opportunity that was provided for the young men in our church, but I was not afforded that opportunity. And so it's something that I've always wanted to do. And so this book really grabbed my attention and intrigued me because that's an old passion of mine, to learn how to preach is still there. And so I finally got to do what I've always wanted to do. I lead a ministry where I do have the opportunity to speak in front of people and as well as teaching on this channel. And so it was a great time to hone those skills. They're really practical skills broken down here. And speaking of hearing women's voices, I love that she taps women authors for quotes as well as men. So I'm so used to just in seminary, my books are pretty much exclusively from the male perspective. The quotes are always just masculine. And it's just really awesome to hear and to see God's daughters speaking up. So she goes into keeping your text biblical, shying away from Christian speeches versus sermons, like how to have a sermon versus a Christian speech, and not falling into the trap of making your scripture fit the topic versus your topic be the result of studying deeply that scripture. In other words, don't proof text. Some other things that she touches on are keeping your sermons full of grace and making sure you aren't the main focus, how to edit the sermon down to something clear and compelling, how to grab the listener's attention, making scripture understandable and applicable to your audience, even as she goes into the details of how to dress when speaking in front of others, and how to get good feedback. So there's lots of good examples. There's lots of great quotes. I'm going to be referring back to this book over and over. So if this topic is something of interest to you, or if you in any way are communicating to others or in a profession where you communicate to others, especially in the biblical context, I would highly recommend this book. And I will leave a link in the video description. Again, it is A Little Handbook for Preachers by Mary Holst. Also, I would love to hear any books that you're reading that you would recommend. Just go ahead and leave those in the comments. Have a great day.